So that was the demonstration, and we will later go back to the details of the code. But let's have a first look at how to connect your wireless LAN module. And that's why I stop sharing the screen, and you get my video image over there. So at the moment, it is communicating with this L432KC microcontroller board and then this wireless LAN module. I'll disconnect it from the power, and then we can have a look at how to build a similar circuit. It is not that complicated, so it's actually really easy to build. So all the wires off, and then we start building it again. So first of all, you need to add there another small capacitor. So it is just like filtering the interference on the power supply. And then go from the 3.3 volt pin into, let's say, the rail up here. So the voltage is in here. And then you go from the ground pin to the other rail in here, the lower rail. And now we have the capacitor filtering there, the power. And then start looking at that. You need to have a look on the documentation of this one, that you know that what to connect and where. So the board we are using is this WiFiESP8266. And then we need to look at the documents to get to know that which pins to use from here. And then it's well visible on the board's schematic diagram. So we open that one. And then in here, that's the connector. And then pin number 2 is the ground. Pin number 1 is the power. And then you have the receive pin in here, RXD. And then you have the TXD pin, which is transmit data. And then let's make the connections. So in here, the pin number, what? Pin number, wait a second. Pin number 1 is the power. Pin number 2 is the ground. So pin number 1 and 2. So the pin number 2 is marked on the other side. So there is a number 2 and number 10 in here. And pin number 1 is the power. So I put plus. So I put the red wire in here. And then pin number pin number 2 is the ground. So these I'm going to connect there into the power supply, or the power rails in here. Then the receive pin from here, I marked with the orange, because it's the transmit pin from the microcontroller side. And then the other way around, the transmit pin from here, I marked with the gray, because that's the receive pin from the microcontroller side. So the next step is to find the corresponding pins from this microcontroller board. So the power supply like we connected the plus in here, and then the ground in here. And then there are I have recorded that on the beginning of my code in the comment lines that what is what. And then in this application, then the transmit pin on the microcontroller is the D5 pin. So it is the D5 pin in here. And the receive pin is, no, sorry. Yeah, the transmit pin is D5. The receive pin is the D4. Now, connection done. So on the compiler window, you need to go to your project, the one where you have this definitions for your network and all. So then you need to go there to the embed app JSON and define your own network in there. And then if you succeed in making the connections, we can test this now. So go there, compile the project, and then I compiled it just now, and then it gave me 0 errors, so nothing wrong with the program. And then I will connect the module and load the code to the module. So connecting the module. So the clicking says that there is something on the USB serial port, and then downloads. And this one, moving it in here. Better to move, then you won't leave the old copy in here in the downloads folder. And then back to the TerraTerm, opening it as a serial, finding the board again. And well, if the TX, RX lines went the right way around, connection error. So I probably put the TX, RX lines the wrong way around. So I will just disconnect the power and change the order of the lines. There was actually nothing wrong with the order of the lines. It was just correct. We wired it correctly. And then there was just some kind of communications error when we powered it up. So when after you power it up, you can once more push the reset button. It's at the end of the board. And when you release the reset button, it starts from the beginning. So Wi-Fi example starts scanning the networks, and then my wireless LAN network is off. I mean, from the smartphone, it can't find anymore. It says connection error because the smartphone switched off the network. But anyway, the communication with the wireless LAN unit works all right because it got after scanning the available networks in here.